Now today we will start with F block elements. Now what are F block elements? The elements in which the last electron enters into the F orbital of the anti-penultimate shell, they are known as F block elements. They are also known as inner transition elements because they form a transition series within the transition elements, within the D block. Now, we have two series within F block, lanthanoids and actinoids. Now lanthanoids is 4F series and actinoids is 5F series. Why do we call lanthanoids 4F series? Because in lanthanoids 4F orbital is being progressively filled. Now let us first study about lanthanoids. Elements from cerium 58 to lutetium 71, they are known as lanthanoids because they follow lanthanum 57 in the periodic table. Now what is the general electronic configuration of lanthanoids? It is 4F1 to 14, 5D0 to 1 and 6S2. Now these lanthanoids, the most common oxidation state shown by them is +3. Now why these lanthanoids? They do not show many more variable oxidation states because the energy gap between 4F and 5D is very large. That is why electrons from both these orbitals cannot participate in bonding and they do not show many more variable oxidation states. But there are certain elements which show +2 oxidation states like Sm2 plus, Eu2 plus and ytterbium 2 plus, samarium, europium and ytterbium. They show 2 plus oxidation state, but they are good reducing agents. Why? Because they get oxidized to +3, which is the most stable or most common oxidation state of lanthanoids. So they are good reducing agents because they get oxidized to +3. Then we have certain elements like thorium, cerium and promethium which show +4 oxidation state, but they are good oxidizing agents because they get reduced to +3 because +3 is the most common oxidation state for transition elements. Now let us discuss about the lanthanoid contraction. Now what is this lanthanoid contraction? As we move from left to right, that is from lanthanum to lutetium, what happens is that there is a steady decrease in size from lanthanum 3 plus to lutetium 3 plus. Now why does this size decrease? It decreases due to the poor shielding effect of 4F electrons. This is known as lanthanoid contraction. Now there are certain consequences of this lanthanoid contraction. Now let us understand the consequences. Now since the lanthanoids, they have almost same size due to lanthanoid contraction, so their separation becomes difficult. But due to a little variation, they can be separated by ion exchange methods. Their properties are same, their valency is same. That is why the separation of lanthanoids becomes difficult and they are separated only by ion exchange methods. Now what is the next consequence? That basicity of hydroxides decreases from lanthanum to lutetium. So that means lanthanum hydroxide is more basic and lutetium hydroxide is less basic. Now, let us talk about the size of second and third transition series. Now, the size is almost same. Why the size is almost same? Because of lanthanoid contraction which takes place. So, zirconium and hafnium, they have almost same size due to lanthanoid contraction. The complex formation ability increases from lanthanum 3 plus to lutetium 3 plus because of small size and high charge density. In case of lutetium 3 plus, it can form complexes more easily. Now, when we talk about the color, now let us talk about the color of lanthanoids. Now, the lanthanoid ions and their compounds are colored due to the partially filled f orbitals and the FF transitions. Now, let us talk about the magnetic properties of transition elements. Now, all the lanthanoid ions, they are paramagnetic except for cerium 4 plus, lutetium 3 plus and ytterbium 2 plus. Now, what is the reason? Because cerium 4 plus, the configuration is xenon. For lutetium 3 plus, that is, it has 4f0. For lutetium 3 plus, it is xenon 54, 4f14, and same here, it is 4f14. So, here we can see that it has a empty f orbital and they have completely filled f orbitals, जिसकी वजह से they are diamagnetic and rest of the lanthanoid ions, they are paramagnetic. Now, the formula for magnetic moment which applies for transition elements does not apply to the f block elements. Let us understand that. If we have to find out the magnetic moment for an f block element, we will have to apply the formula 4s s plus 1 plus L into L plus 1. What is S here? S is the spin quantum number, and what is L here? L is the orbital quantum number. Now, why do you think that this formula is applicable and not the other one? Because in case of lanthanoids, the 4f orbitals, they are completely deep seated, they are buried. In case of transition elements, what happens is the contribution that is due to the orbital, that is the orbital magnetic contribution, it gets quenched, because when they are exposed to the environment, it gets quenched by the electric field of the environment. But क्योंकि 4f orbitals deep seated हैं, तो they are not exposed to the environment, तो orbital quantum number जो है, the orbital magnetic moment, it does not get quenched by the electric field of the environment, तो हमें उसको भी consider करना पड़ेगा in the formula. So, the normal formula which we use for transition elements, that is n into n plus 2, is not applicable here, and we will have to use this formula. Now, let us talk about the complex formation in lanthanoids. Now, lanthanoids have a very little tendency to form complexes because of their low charge density. Low charge density की वजह से the complex forming ability is less, but if we take strong chelating agents like EDTA and beta ketones, they can form complexes with these strong chelating agents. Now, let us study the chemical behavior of lanthanoids. So when I talk about the chemical reactivity, if I take the lanthanoid element and I react it with oxygen, let me put the symbol Ln. The formula for the compound would be Ln2O3. If I react it with nitrogen, it would be LnN. If I react it with sulfur, formula would be Ln2S3. When I react it with halogens, I will get LnX3. If we react it with dilute acid, hydrogen is liberated. If we react it with water, we get LnOH thrice, and if we react it with carbon, we get Ln2C3, or we can also get Ln3C, or we can get LnC2. So, these are the chemical properties of lanthanoids. These are the chemical properties. Now, if I talk about the electrode potential, they are highly electropositive. They can easily lose electrons, and so they are electropositive. Now, these lanthanoids, they are good reducing agents because they can easily lose electrons, they are highly electropositive, and so we can say that they are good reducing agents. Now, let us study about actinoids. Now, actinoids belong to 5f series. In actinoids, the 5f orbital is filled, and actinoids are the elements from thorium 90 to lawrencium 103. They follow actinium in the periodic table. Now, what is the general electronic configuration of these actinoids? It is 5f 1 to 14, 6d 0 to 1, 7s 2. Now, when we talk about the actinoid contraction, now as we know that lanthanoid contraction takes place due to the poor shielding effect of 4f electrons. Actinoid contraction takes place due to the poor shielding effect of 5f electrons, but the important point to be noted is that actinoid contraction is much greater than the lanthanoid contraction due to the much poorer shielding effect of 5f electrons. 5f electrons का shielding effect 4f से भी ज़्यादा poor है, जिसकी वजह से element to element actinoid contraction is much greater than the lanthanoid contraction. Now, when we talk about the oxidation states, now actinoids, they exhibit much larger number of oxidation states as compared to lanthanoids. What is the reason? Because the energy gap between 5f, 6d and 7s is very small. So, electrons from all these orbitals can participate in bonding. Now, when we compare the participation of 4f electrons and 5f electrons in bonding, because 4f electrons, they are deep seated as compared to 5f electrons. So, 5f electrons can participate more in bonding as compared to the 4f electrons. So, that is why actinoids exhibit larger number of oxidation states as compared to lanthanoids. Now, let us discuss about the color in case of actinoids. Now, actinoids, they are colored. They form colored compounds and their ions are also colored. All actinoids are colored except for actinium 3 plus, curium 3 plus and thorium 4 plus. Now why is this so? Because actinium 3 plus is also 5F0, curium 3 plus 5F7 and thorium 4 plus is also 5F0. Now here there are no unpaired electrons for FF transition to take place. Here electrons are there, but there is no vacant f orbital for the transition to take place, and here there are no unpaired electrons. So that means these three are colorless, rest of the ions are colored. Now when we talk about the magnetic properties of actinoids, their values are different as predicted from the magnetic moment formula. Now why is this so? Because here we know that 5f orbitals, they are not deep seated, they are exposed to the environment. So quenching of the orbital magnetic moment takes place more as compared to lanthanoids. Lanthanoids mein that quenching was not taking place, but in actinoids the quenching is taking place. So the values are different from what is expected. And when we talk about the complex formation ability of lanthanoids, they have a higher ability to form complexes as compared to lanthanoids because of their small size and higher charge density. They can form complexes with EDTA, beta diketones as well as with the pi acid ligands. Ionization enthalpy of 5D series is much higher than 3D and 4D. What is the reason? It is due to the fact that down the group we are seeing that more and more D electrons are being added, और क्योंकि D electrons का they have much poorer shielding effect, जिसकी वजह से ionization enthalpy of 5D series is less than 3D and 4D series. Now let us see, अभी हमने पढ़ा था कि D block elements जो हैं वो कलर शो करते हैं, तो S block elements और P block elements उनके compounds colored क्यों नहीं होते? क्योंकि one main important reason is that in S block and P block elements we don't have partially filled d orbitals, so transition is not possible, that is dd transition is not possible in case of S and P block elements. And another thing, the energy which is required to excite an S electron is much higher and it falls in the ultraviolet region, जिसकी वजह से their compounds are not colored. D block elements are colored. Why? Because in D block elements crystal field splitting takes place. The degenerate d orbitals, they split into T2g and Eg, T2g being lower, Eg being higher. Electrons, they get excited from T2g to Eg, dd transition takes place, and that is how color is imparted to the transition metal compounds. In case of F block elements, what will happen? In case of F block, FF transition will take place and the electron will move from one f orbital to the next higher f orbital, imparting color to the compound. Now today we have studied about the various properties of lanthanoids and actinoids. Now if we have to compare lanthanoids and actinoids, how are we going to compare the lanthanoids and actinoids? So that we can understand with clarity. Now lanthanoids are 4F series, actinoids are 5F series. When we talk about the complex forming ability, lanthanoids में the complex forming ability is low. Low ability to form complexes. But they can form complexes. So, this is the second point. Now, the third point, lanthanoid contraction takes place in actinoids. Actinoid contraction takes place, but it is much greater than lanthanoid contraction, which is greater than lanthanoid contraction. And I told you why it is greater than lanthanoid contraction, because of the much poorer shielding effect of 5f electrons. Now, quenching of orbital magnetic moment takes place. Magnetic moment. Quenching of orbital magnetic moment does not take place in lanthanoids, but in case of actinoids, quenching takes place to a certain extent. To a certain extent. Then what are the other differences between lanthanoids and actinoids? The 4f orbitals are deep seated, और 4f orbitals के deep seated होने से what is happening, that quenching of orbital magnetic moment is not taking place, and what is happening in case of actinoids, the 5f orbitals are exposed to the environment. So, इससे क्या हो रहा है, that 4f orbitals, they are not participating in bonding, whereas 5f orbitals में जो electrons present हैं, they are participating in bonding. So, here they are showing +2, +3 and +4 oxidation states, in which +3 is most common. And here it is showing large number of variable oxidation states. Why? Because electrons from all the orbitals are participating in bonding, 5f, 6d and 7s. All electrons are participating in bonding due to the small energy gap between these orbitals. Now, today we have studied the properties of lanthanoids and actinoids. Questions related to these concepts are given in the module. All these properties have been explained in the module. So, you will go through these concepts and then you will apply them to the problems given. Thank you. God bless you.